All right, this is Tim's Tips auction preview for the Now and Contemporary Evening Auction, Sotheby's, May 14th, New York.
Tim's Tips. Where we going this week? Tim's Tips.
Where are we going this week? Once again, it is New York, and let's get into the lot lurking. We got, starting off with a young one, Ding Shilong. Ding Shilong, Three Princes. What is that? That Spin Doctor song? Three Princes, we're looking at 50 to 70K USD. You know, Ding is a young artist. We're talking 30 under 30 territory here, born 1998. It's a big piece, 70 by 63 inches, oil on canvas. It's good looking. We can look at these colors here. It's quite beautiful. But do we want to spend nearly $100,000 on a young artist like this? Why are these young artists work in auctions in the first place? That's the question, isn't it now? Feels like market manipulation, maybe. I just saw like 4 of his works went up at Phillips. It's a little weird. It's a speculative buy. I'll leave that one with you. Who's up next? Another relatively young one. Not quite as young, though. Nishimura, 120K to 180K. Once again, we got a large piece, even larger here. What are we looking at? We're looking at oil on canvas, 71 by 89. So that's pretty monumental. You know, undeniably nice painting, I guess. I don't know. It's a little like animation looking or something. That's going to be a hold. Joseph Yeager, another young one, 80 to 120K USD. Born 1986, the euphemism. It's watercolor on gesso canvas. How do you watercolor on gesso canvas? I don't know. Does it bleed like on paper? Kind of looks like it doesn't. It kind of doesn't look like watercolor. It's like he may be using watercolor, but is he using it like regular old paint? I still think that's kind of speculative. I will hold Elizabeth Peyton, Liam and Noel, Earl's Court. Now, this is a killer piece. The brothers of Oasis sharing a little kiss to the cheek. Tiny piece, 8 by 10 inches. We're looking at $1.5 to $2 million. But you know what? I'm saying paddles up. This is a beautiful piece. This is what you want. You have a giant wall in your place. This tiny little piece can hold its own. Ed Ruscha, me, it's a little boring. I love Ed Ruscha, but you can see it here. It's a mountain. Alma Thomas, pinks of cherry blossoms. I mean, it is cherry blossom piece. Very pink. 2.5 to 3.5 mil. I am going to pass an important painter, but I mean, maybe for in a museum. I don't want all that pink on my wall, though. Helen Frankenthaler. Love me some Frankenthaler. Cape Orange. But man, is this orange maybe a little too much orange. $3.5 to $5 million. A huge piece. I'm passing. Morris Lewis. Let's zoom in on this. This is a perfectly decent looking Lewis. You got good colors going on here. It would look great in your lobby. 4 to 6 million. Agnes Martin. 7 to 10 mil. It's a beautiful piece. I'm sure this is beautiful in person. Go for it. Kenneth Nolan back. We got more orange. We got the big orange hole, the circle. 4 to 6 mil. This will be an auction record if this goes at what they're expecting. I guess it's a Nolan. It's a circle. Andy Warhol, Brigitte Bardot. Bardot in the Hulk as the She-Hulk. The green Bardot with red lips. That's what you really want on a Bardot. Beautiful Bardot piece. This is, I mean, you want a Warhol, you want a starlet on your wall, right? It's about 4 by 4 feet, so it's a good size. 1974. It's, you know, it's an all right time period. It's not too late. I believe he made about 8 of these, you know, and if you think about it, Warhol, you know, he worked in that factory style. So a lot of pieces he made. Numerous, 4 of these Bardots, each one in a different, not 4, 8, each one in a different color way. I think this is a great color, actually. I like the green, and she does have the red lips. She has blue lips and stuff like that. We're looking at 14 to 18 mil. This is going to blow beyond the 18 million mark. You know, Bardot's a little problematic. We know that. I don't know exactly what for, truthfully. I didn't really dig into that. I know I think she was anti-Me Too, and maybe there's some racism mixed in there. but a beautiful piece. She's passed on. Maybe we can overlook that. Jean-Michel Basquiat, Museum Security, Broadway Meltdown. I mean, this is what you want from a Basquiat. All that color, a lot of text. There's a head in there. It's a beautiful piece. I even like this kind of untreated part with the drips coming down. It's large, 84 by 84 inches. You just don't get great Basquiats like this coming up. It's 1983. This is from the LA period when he was really painting his best work. And yeah, this is a killer one. How much is that? Estimate upon request, huh? Well, I do remember some article out there had it at 45 million. I'd say that's starting. That will probably double. This is probably the piece of the auction, I would have to say. Keith Haring self-portrait, 3 to 5 mil. What size is this one? 48 by 48. It's pretty big. Yeah, I love Keith. It's kind of cool to have a self-portrait. You don't really get Haring self-portraits that often, but it's a weird one. What is he, a dog or a gargoyle? It's a goofy one. Maybe not goofy in the way you want your Haring to be. I'll say I know we made a print of this work because I've tried to sell it back in the day. You know, I used to sell these works, mostly a lot of Warhol, Haring, Picasso. This print, I could never, ever get to buy it. It was really hard. No matter what I tried to say, however I tried to talk it up, no one ever bought this thing. It's kind of a dog. We're going to have to pass. Save it for the next Haring. Carrie James Marshall, Woman with the Heart of Gold. It's a good-looking Marshall. It looks like it has collaged elements of sort of 50s-looking white women around the edges. It's a good-looking piece. 1.5 to 2 million. Say go for it. Roy Lichtenstein, half face with collar. Lichtenstein figure, probably most people, they would like a female figure, but a guy like this in a suit, it's about 4 by 4 feet, 1963, sort of the beginnings of pop. That's a great piece. That's a museum quality piece there. Alexander Calder, Mobile Blanc, 5 to 7 mil. Calder's prices never go down. You'll be fine to buy this piece if you get it around the estimate. But sure, if you want a Calder, you want a Mobile, I think. But do you want your Mobile to be Blanc? That's the question. Lucio Fontana, Venezia piece is one of these Venice pieces. Man, it's a big piece for Fontana. It's a dog, though. 10 to 15 million. Scraped at it with a knife, drilled some holes in it. When you want a Fontana and you're spending 15 mil, you want that. You know what you want. You want those slices down the middle. This is going to be a pass. Agnes Martin, another Martin, 3 to 4 million, a little less, probably still beautiful. Mark Rothko, untitled, 10 to 15 million. This is a biggie. Yeah. Big Rothko, it looks like a Rothko, but it's a really ugly purple with just a lot of black in the center. You don't really get a lot of that gradation that you would want from a Rothko. It's a dog. Pass. Robert Ryman, version 3. It's Ryman with some more white on white crime, 2.5 to 3.5. That looks like he painted it with the dog's dick. No way. All right, Willem de Kooning, 25 to 35 million. 1975. It's big. It's beautiful. Paint is thick on this. You got all these fleshy colors going around. I've seen other pieces from this exact 75 period, and they just don't have the color of this one. This one's a beauty. Go for it. Bid this up to 50 mil. Kind of ugly Joan Mitchell. I'm going to pass. Frankenthaler. Okay, this is not the orange one. This is a nice one. It's got kind of looks topographical a little bit. Maps 3.2 to 4 million. It's a large piece. Go for it. Boring Bryce Martin. Pretty boring Hockney. The Valley of the Mountains. Morris Lewis. Yes. Oh man, what is this? This is like some dirty diarrhea. Let's get back on that. 1 to 1.5 million for this veil painting. Sava Noguchi. All right, Noguchi. First sculpture, another Agnes Martin, 1.5 to 2 mil. Another sculpture, John Chamberlain, 800 to 1.2 million. It's all right. If you want a Chamberlain, I'm passing. That's just subjective. All right, Lichtenstein, sitting pretty. I know this piece. I hate this piece. All right, Warhol, American Indian, Russell Means. Okay, this is not a regular one from Warhol's Cowboys and Indian Suites, or Suite. This is a portrait Russell Means. I guess what's cool about this piece is the kind of negative photo effect that's going on. Warhol had done reversal pieces, he called them, but they didn't have this tonality of a reverse black and white photograph. So I think this is quite a cool piece if you're looking for a Russell Means, an important figure. Matthew Wong, Winter's End, 1.2 to 1.8 million. I mean, Matthew Wong, sad story. Obviously not a lot of pieces out there since he passed away so young, but I like that little smudge of a moon up in the corner there. I like that. It's a Canadian artist, a Canadian theme, but I don't quite get the $1 million hype around it. Good work, nonetheless. Elizabeth Peyton, love Elizabeth Peyton. Max, kind of young, blue-eyed boy. It's a beautiful piece. I think it's a little high for what you're getting here. With Guyton, inkjet on canvas, sort of, I don't know, post-conceptual, cuter art. Cool enough piece. 1.2 to 1.8 million. Too high. Kind of boring Ronnie Horn, Florian Kruer, 120 to 180 grand. It's a big piece. It's got these cool kind of fluorescent panthers in it. It's almost like a black light painting. Marlene Dumas. It's kind of weird. It's imbalanced, right? The balance of that. I don't like that piece. It's a pass. A nice enough looking condo. Alice Neal. Here we are. More orange. Timothy Collins. I like Alice Neal, an important painter, but I don't know. I don't care about Timothy Collins, and all that orange is just crazy. What is with this auction? This is like the pumpkin spice surprise. They should have called it burnt offerings or something. Andy Warhol guns, 80s gun piece. I can imagine, I could just hear someone saying, this is a very American painting, guns. And, Andy Warhol was shot, and all the guns are candy colored, like they're, confections in a candy aisle. 2 to 3 million. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a dull piece to me still. Warhol's self-portrait, okay, this is, 22 by 22 is 2 to 3 million. This is a 60s self-portrait, we're in the kind of height of pop art. I always loved this piece. I used to sell Warhols, so whenever I had my hands on a piece like this, it was always kind of exciting. It's not the best colorway, I will say, but an important museum piece. Mark Tansey, kind of boring piece. Boring Ellsworth Kelly. Boring Cersei. Boring David Hockney. All right, how about it for the piece of the week? Probably this is not going to be a surprise. Piece of the week is going to be the Jean-Michel Basquiat Museum Security Broadway Meltdown. This is just a killer piece. I think it's going to start at $45 million. Sell the house, sell the private jet, sell the private island. This is the thing. Go for it. Piece of the week. Piece of the week. Piece of the week. That wraps up this episode of Tim's Tips. What should we look at next week? I was thinking about doing watches. All artwork images belong to the respective owners. Used here for commentary and critique. Like, subscribe, comment. Also, listen to the newly restored Kunstcapades episodes on your Apple podcast. Don't do it on Spotify. They somehow took down a bunch of our episodes because of 3 seconds of a song. Until next time, this is Tim's Tips, signing out. Hong Kong in the queue, New York in a heartbeat. What we gonna do? Buy, sell, hold, Tim's Tips. Watch the bid, don't slip. Tim's Tips. Sotheby's, Christie's, Phillips. Take your pick. Where we going this week? Tim's Tips. Like, comment, subscribe. Tim's Tips.